Hello.
Hey everybody, I'm Jason,
I'm Wes.
and this is Beer and a Movie. It's a Fail-Flix production. This evening we just watched a raging pile of shit.
Oh, did we ever?
Yeah,
Oh.
pussy. Now I'm not going to blame the fact that I got up early this morning. I'm not. I had class today. I had to take a practice exam. Oh, which by the way, I made a 94.
Excellent.
I made a 94 on a electrical exam today, the practice one, so I feel pretty good. But I've been up since like 5, and I'm one of those types, like I don't stop when I'm tired, I stop when I'm done. I'm fucking done. This is the dreaming. Now, before I even get going, yes, you see a notebook. I'm not going to make bones about the fact that I take notes because I have the memory of a flea. Okay.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's bullshit because, like, I can tell you shit that happened weeks ago. I can tell you shit that happened years ago. I still know the passcode to put on the Gizmo Duck suit.
Excellent.
Blathering blatherskite.
Excellent.
But I can't tell you what happened like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
When did we hit record?
Just a few minutes ago, about 1:42, according to the little timestamp dealer there.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, there was nothing to remember in this movie.
No, but
Nothing.
you know what I do remember?
What's that?
I remember this beer.
Yes.
This beer is beautiful. So before we get going on the film, the movie, this shit show, whatever you want to call it.
This fresh hell that
This
he has put me
Fresh,
through.
yeah, this is my fault, apparently.
Yes.
We are drinking this evening Dogfish Head Brewery's Beer for Breakfast Stout. I'm going to give you a close-up of this. It's got like a big pig on the front, which
It's beautiful.
is it me or is it pig like the universal sign of fat?
Could be. I mean, he's got a very redneck appearance there.
He
He's
does.
Got the plaid and the little trucker hat up top, and he looks like he's just. He looks like he's in pain, honestly. But this is a really good beer.
He's probably in pain because he's frying his bacon. He's got like a cup of coffee and the pancakes going. It's 7.4%, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too high. We did not kill the 6-pack. There were only 4 left because I bought this a few days ago and I've already had 2. But it's very good. They claim it's got a bunch of breakfast ingredients. I can definitely taste the maple and a little hint of bacon. Definitely the coffee. They've overdone the coffee.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. So
It's beautiful. I haven't had any coffee today, so yeah, this is great.
that's your problem. That's why you're so damn grouchy.
That's only one of the many reasons that I'm grouchy. Only one.
You've been a fucker today. That's why I shouldn't have any damn coffee.
It's his fault. It's all his.
Well, I didn't help matters with this shit.
No,
Okay,
I need more of this.
so this is the dreaming. Now,
Jeez, man.
apparently this was a winner of special mention at the Fanta Film Festival in Rome. So, don't you want a Fanta? No, I don't.
No.
It's an Australian flick.
Yeah, it's Australian. It looks like an Australian TV movie of the week.
Yeah.
It's on, CBC or whatever Australia has. Maybe whatever.
No,
It's
not
bad.
Even. No, don't curse BBC like that.
You'll have one name in it that you'll recognize if you've ever watched Fringe or if you've ever watched Lord of the Rings. John Devil's in it.
Denethor.
Yeah. Or,
Yeah. And he was good. I mean, he had a small role.
Yeah.
But he really, he really played it straight and did a good job with it.
Yeah, I mean, he was, Walter without the crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's one shining light in an otherwise Oh God, this movie is so boring.
Okay.
Yeah, psychological thriller.
Let's get rolling here.
Boring.
So the first thing we ran into is looking at this DVD case. Let me give you. Okay. All right. So what's the first thing you think of? You think of a horror movie. You think you're going to watch some fucked up, repugnant shit right here. Okay. And even the back of the case, so a burial ground is unearthed, a girl dies, an ancient curse lives on. Okay, I'm about to watch a horror movie. Well, then you go to IMDb. No, you're not about to watch a horror movie. You're about to watch a psychological thriller about Aborigines being slaughtered with harpoons and whatnot.
By Vikings.
By Vikings. God, we'll get to that.
In 1850s Australia.
We'll get to that. Because that's a whole different bundle of shit right there. So, the DVD case that we have doesn't even agree with what we're finding online. Like, the DVD case says, what, 2003?
Yeah, but no, it's from 1988.
It's 1988.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, fucking 1988 shoulder pads, card catalog, 1988 neon in your house.
Living room.
Neon in your living room because you're a power yuppie.
Glasses that are like, you know, saucers on your face. You know, yeah, it is 1980s, like
all right,
crawling with 80s.
Oh, okay. So we've got the opening, which is a helicopter shot, which wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it was a nice.
It was a good shot. It was good cinematography. It was a good kind of montage thing, you know, going over landscapes and stuff. And of course, they figure we already have the helicopter, and this is where the entire budget for the rest of the movie is going, so we might as well use it. And they landed the helicopter, and the main character gets off. Yes, dude, I was dozing in and out this whole movie, so you'll have to forgive me. You're probably going to see some yawning tonight.
It's well deserved yawning.
Yeah,
we sat through an hour and a half of this shit, so you don't have to.
This is Daddy Dearest. This is the main character's father. Her name is Kathy. So he is an archaeologist. He's at a dig, and he unearths an ancient burial cave for the Aborigines. It's under pressure from all the gases from the rotting corpses, so it blows up. He goes in and finds a bracelet, sees an Aboriginal girl, and the curse gets rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9 months later, the same girl gets recycled as a thief in the museum where he dropped off the artifacts. She takes the bracelet. The security guards beat her damn near to death, and she ends up in the hospital where Dr. Kathy meets her, and the girl dies. Kathy gets like these weird symbols on her wrist, and this right away, Kathy knows to immediately not say, "Oh, I got some shit on my wrist. What's that? That's kind of weird." No, she goes straight to the library and starts trying to look for something that looks like the markings.
Yeah, well, you know, Daddy's an archaeologist. Of course you would know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, as a doctor, you wouldn't look at some marks on your skin. Oh, look, those zits kind of look like Brad Pitt. I mean,
yeah, no, instead of looking through, you know, a medical catalog or whatever, you go straight to the research books in the library to look up the Maori tattoos that are now on your wrist suddenly for we have no idea what reasons.
we don't.
And, you know, she's seeing visions of the same Vikings that...
Yes, so then she gets a full vision of these Aborigine people, and they're chilling by the campfire, and Vikings show up.
Yes, Vikings.
Vikings in Australia.
Whaler Vikings, no less. They're whalers.
In Australia.
In Australia, in the 1850s, who keep journals in English, but they are clearly... Vikings.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
which I don't know of too many Viking journals. You know, they're mostly in Scandinavian, Icelandic.
Well, I don't think you're going to have any journals from the 1050s.
No.
You know, which is when the Vikings would have been, you know, around.
Yeah, I mean, these weren't like, oh, this is the 1850s. These are pirates. No, these were Viking ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, with hockey
the
sticks.
beards and everything, and they come on with their blades. They're hockey sticks. I can't make this up. They're hockey sticks spray painted to look like some sort of whale gutting blade, and they just proceed for no reason to kill off the Aborigines that they come across.
Yeah.
And throughout the movie, she keeps having these visions or dreams and whatnot. And the idea is to make you wonder, oh, is this real? Is this a dream? And there's a way to execute that, and they just didn't do it right.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's no fear involved.
Mm-mm.
It's all, you know, the Viking people looking very menacing to her, you know, while she's having these dreams, while she's driving down the road, or, you know, in the middle of, you know, doing whatever. And
but I will say, though, the shit with the x-rays, that was actually really cool.
That was either really, really good animation or somebody had a lot of fun in an x-ray machine.
Yeah, that neck break, that was awesome. So I do have to give it to them. That was actually a really good scene.
Yeah, if they didn't blow their effects budget on the helicopter, they definitely did on that.
God,
because the rest of the movie was just dull as dishwater.
I mean, yeah, and you know, now it wasn't as bad as Jack Frost. I actually went into REM sleep on that. But I dozed through it, and the only time I would wake up every now and then was when he would say something. So, like, he knew I was asleep, and he would just say something to wake my ass up because this movie was.
I had no idea you were asleep.
Did you not?
No.
I thought you did, dude.
I had no clue you were asleep.
Oh God, I was dying. Yes, I am turning the page. Why? Because I've got, like, look at my notes. This is an hour and a half movie, and I've got one page front and back. That's how much happens in this movie. Nothing really happens.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, the most exciting thing from the second part of the movie is her burying a dead seal.
Yes. So
that's it. That's it.
I mean,
you know, besides the terror sequence at the end of the movie, terror sequence. Yeah, where
we're sitting here on the couch. We're sitting here going, okay, just do something. Do something.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, the only action at all is the last 5 minutes of the movie, and it's kind of like the worst chase sequence you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah. And I think I actually kind of slept through it.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean,
it was.
Daddy gets all murdery. I'm going to spoil it. You know why? Because fuck it. Okay, so.
Yeah, Daddy finds the hockey stick.
Daddy finds one of the hockey sticks and gets all murdery. Kills off the douchebag power yuppie husband and goes after Kathy. But the thing is, there's no violence. There's no actual violence on camera. There's no actual bloodshed on camera. You see the aftermath.
Yeah, like, you know, we see Daddy with the murder stick, you know, walking past a bonfire that douchebag husband came upon. And instead of, you know, going all choppy and bloody and murdery and all that, we just hear him say "oh" in the background while the wife is wandering about and then we see
the aftermath. That's great. That's terrific.
Which,
you know what?
By the way, he's somehow dead with a harpoon through his chest, hanging up in a rigging somehow. Instead of
let's go into some of that, the weird ass, dumb ass deaths. So, like the Aboriginal kid that
She was at one point chasing an Aboriginal kid who was warning the father, don't desecrate our stuff, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Okay, now, hold on, before he keeps going, so for those of you who don't know, in Australia, like we have the Native Americans here. They have the Aborigine. It's the native people before the British started their occupation. And they're still around. And just like here in the United States, the Native Americans, you have the Aboriginal tribes who
are marginalized and shit upon and all that. Same as in Canada, same as anywhere else that was conquered.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, so, she chases down the kid, of course, because he knows something. And kid runs into a bank of fog and gets impaled with a giant metal pole that's somehow come off the back of the truck.
Out of nowhere!
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere! Like, I sat there and asked him, what
I tried to
happened?
I tried to explain it logically, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
No!
This doesn't make sense at all. It's just, the movie is supposed to be a giant mind fuck. And it is just...
So it's a mind fuck, alright.
So boring.
It's a mind fuck. It fucked you up because you don't know how... You can't apply logic to anything. With a psychological thriller, there's still an amount of logic going on, okay?
Yeah.
There's still, logically, she's seeing shit, okay? Even with kind of a supernatural element, there's still, the Others. Perfect example. The Others, okay? Complete mind job of a movie.
Mm.
But even though it's a ghost story, there's still logic.
Mm.
Okay, there's an A, B, C, D to everything that goes on in that movie. Now, granted, yes, it's about ghosts, and whether or not you believe in ghosts, fine, whatever. I know what I've seen, and I believe what I see. But it's one of those movies like there are ghosts, they are real, and fuck you. And you roll with it, and then the rest of the movie just makes perfect sense. You can't even begin to roll with this movie because it's all over the damn board.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
I wouldn't even give it that kind of a compliment.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth sitting through. It really isn't. It is not worth an hour and a half of your time.
So, yeah, we can't sit here and say the camera work was bad, because the camera work was actually really good.
Yeah, the camera work was good. The acting was not exactly terrible.
No, it wasn't bad. I mean, it had its moments. The husband, I felt like sometimes he was trying a little too hard to be a douchebag.
Yeah.
And he was a douchebag character, so, don't misunderstand me. You're supposed to not like him. But he was trying too hard.
Yeah, I mean, when he dies, you feel no sympathy.
No, you really don't give a shit.
You wanted him to die. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I wanted to die. I just didn't care. To be perfectly honest, I just didn't. Well, he's dead.
Yeah. Okay. It had no emotional impact whatsoever.
No. Even with really shitty movies, you should be able to establish some sort of connection with a character. You really found yourself not caring about any of the fucking characters in this movie.
No.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, I can't really say that it's like maximum piles of shit, because it did have a few redeeming qualities.
I'll give it, what?
I mean, I don't know, 3 or 4 or something like that. I mean, it's not good.
Oh, no. You know what, though? Okay.
I mean, we don't do good movies.
The technical aspects of it really save it from the full 6 piles of shit. So, I mean, you've got good camera work. Kudos to, if you're still alive, because some of the cast members and some of the people on the crew are no longer with us. But if you're still alive, you did a good job on the camera work. The cinematography's great. Really good shots. You try to do, they took a lot of risks with it being an indie film and went for wide shots. That's risky.
I'm not even sure this is an indie film, man.
It was. It's an indie flick. I mean, Platinum. No, that's the DVD company.
Yeah, no, that's the distributor. I'm not sure this is an indie film. I'm pretty sure that this was an Australian release film.
Like a film.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I really don't care to go and research it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, apparently, I mean, the limited research that we did, The Dreaming is a reformation of the band Breaking Benjamin.
Why did we really need that?
I don't know.
So yeah, I'm going to give it 4 piles of shit because they just really did a shit job of telling the story. And I think that's what's pissing me off the most is the fact that they had a really good story. Okay, they had a really good story they could have that to tell, and they didn't tell it worth a shit. I would equate it with like hearing the fucking funniest joke you've ever heard, and then you go to somebody else and you just screw it all up.
Yeah, okay, that's a pretty,
you just screw it up.
Yeah, good idea, poor execution.
Yeah, so yeah, The Dreaming, okay, 4 piles of shit. Watch it at your own risk. We're doing this so you don't have to.
Yeah, if you really want to waste $3 at your local, discount movie place or whatever.
Yeah, I got it. So check out The Dreaming if it's a choice between this or
death.
Yeah, trying to pass a turd the size of a beer can after 4 days of constipation. So
if it's between that or slashing your wrists, please watch this movie.
Yeah, we don't advocate cutting.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, check us out if you like what you see. If you want to come hang out with us, you just hit the subscribe button down below, and we update videos, as often as we can. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. You can check out my blog, Fail-Flix.com. That's actually transitioning to video blogs. I'm going to start doing video reviews. I'm actually going to try to shoot one tomorrow. That should go well. As organized, because I'm so organized. Speaking of beer, if you run a local brewery or an independent brewery and you would like for us to pour your beer for you, hit us up. Send us a 6-pack. We'll be glad to put it on our show and review it, because this is Beer and a Movie, so we're not just reviewing the movie, we are reviewing the beer. And Dogfish Head, I have to give it to you. This beer for breakfast sounds really fucking good.
It's good. It's good. I like
This is my second 6-pack.
I like it a lot.
Not today. I'm not. I'm not that kind of Catholic, but
Every time.
Give me time. Especially watching shit like this.
Uh-huh.
Don't check this movie out. Do check this beer out. And this has been Beer and a Movie. Y'all have a good night.
Please. Cheers.